Hey guys, this looks like a fun one. It says, Tom, you just won a giant tungsten cube. And the reason this is funny is tungsten has a density of 19,250 kilograms per meter cubed. So this thing's gonna be pretty heavy. And if we look at this thing, it looks like it's about 1.5 meters in every direction. So the volume of this cube is gonna be 1.5 cubed meters cubed. And 1.5 cubed is equal to 3.375. And so to get the mass of this cube, the weight of this cube, we need to multiply the volume times the density. And 3.375 times 19,250 is 64,968.75 kilograms. How heavy is that? So let's compare it to a first generation Hummer. It's going to take 19 first generation Hummers to be the same mass as this cube, all in this space right here. Or I don't remember what kind of tank this is, but this tank weighs exactly 65,000 kilograms. Or this yacht. Each of these have the exact same weight as this cube right here. So this thing's pretty heavy. How's he gonna get this out of there? Is it even worth it? I wonder how much this thing is worth. What is the price of tungsten? I looked it up. I had a lot of trouble finding a really accurate metric, but this was kind of the general consensus across a couple different sites. Tungsten is somewhere between $50.35 per kilogram and $52.19 per kilogram. So what is the value of this cube? To get the lower end of the value, we want to multiply the mass of the cube times $50.35. And that's going to give us 3,257,582. And for the higher value of the cube, we can multiply the mass times the higher price per kilogram. And that gives us 3,390,719. So this sounds like a pretty good deal. He's getting somewhere between $3.3 and $3.4 million. But there's a catch. We got to pay taxes. For a prize like this, the federal tax rate will be 37%. So to be conservative, if we multiply the lower value of the cube times 0.37, that's going to be the minimum he has to pay for taxes on this prize. And this times this is about $1.2 million. And on top of that, depending on which state you're in, you could pay even more. If you're in California, he would have another 13.3%. Or if you're in Arizona, he'd have another 2.5%. Or if you're in a state like Florida, that's 0%. Here's those three examples. So the total taxes he has to pay on this is somewhere between 1.2 million and around 1.6 million. That's quite a bit of taxes. And then what's he gonna do with this thing? To transport this thing, he'd have to take the roof off the building, hire a crane, and then pay someone to ship it to his house. And then most garages would not be able to handle this weight. The concrete would just crack underneath. And then what are you going to do with it? Just look at it? You really can't sell this thing easily. You can't just use a saw to cut it. You'd have to use some sort of diamond blade saw or a laser or a water cutter. And then to find people who want to buy it, it's going to be a lot of work. How exciting.